Hey guys, Tom from FlexJob here. Today we're going to talk about how you can find audiobook narrator jobs. If you think you have a nice job and you want to put your voice to work, there are a lot of ways you can make money, even if you haven't listened to an audiobook before. You probably already know what one is. It's just when someone such as yourself would read a book and records it in audio form. Sometimes the author will do it, but a lot of times they'll hire it out to someone who they think has a better voice, or they can do one of the characters they can. And in some cases, they don't have the time to read, say, 400 pages. So whatever the reasoning may be, there are thousands of jobs out there that relate to audiobook narration. And in today's video, I want to talk about the world of becoming an audiobook narrator as well as the companies that are hiring. So let's just first discuss what does an audiobook narrator actually do. What's expected of you is just to read a book just as you would on your own, recorded in audio form. The only difference here is that you're reading out loud as you would in a classroom, and every author will have their own terms. Some may want you to use certain voices for a character, whereas some may be looking for a certain voice. In most cases, you'll just have to read audio from a text, most of which is included expected of you. So for example, one section may require a certain tone, or anytime a character is mentioned, you use a certain voice. And after you record the text, just re-listen, make sure it sounds of good quality. In essence, you're just serving as a recorder as well as a director, so you'll just need to make any edits as necessary. And once it's complete, then you package out the audio file and send it off. Whatever the job may be, just know that's what it's expected of you as an applicant. It'll always be in the job description. So like most jobs online, who you work with will be able to tell you what they're expecting of what they want done. And then another common question is, who can do it? Say as long as you have a voice, you can do it. In some cases, however, it may take some training. Use your voice to your advantage. I mean, you can look at YouTube, Udemy. They're filled with many classes that can help train your voice. Best of all, some classes won't even take you a dime. So a good narrator, according to the experts, will just have a solid understanding of different kinds of narration, the right stamina, organization skills, communication, and so forth. In some cases, some authors may want to see some experience in the acting world for the voices. For instance, they might want a goofy-like character. What you want to do is just take a look at the many job postings online that I'm going to mention on some of these websites and to see what people want. And again, if you want to look into training yourself, again, Udemy, YouTube, there's a lot of courses that you can learn to train to be a narrator. So whether you're looking for audiobook narrator jobs or you're just curious about it, let's start with the number one is FlexJob. This is an amazing work-at-home job portal that screens thousands of remote jobs. The cool thing about this site is they have staff dedicated to only listing reputable remote job opportunities. This means every job you see on the site allows you to work from home and you won't find any scams. So for example, if you want an audiobook narrator of sorts, you just type it in on the top here. And you can see there's already one that popped up. It's not a lot, but you can change in the keywords here. So you can change it to narrator, or you can change it into voiceover. I mean, there's a couple keywords. Right here, you're going to see more. It's not audiobooks per se, but there's 931 voiceover jobs. Now, the only bummer is that it does cost you a few dollars a month to use this website. You can see the job postings, but in order to look at it in more detail, for example, if we go here, you can see what's expected of you, but if you want to unlock the job here, you're going to have to fill out a form, and it's going to cost you a few dollars a month. But the great thing is that they do have a satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't like what you're seeing, you can always get your money back. They occasionally post narrator jobs, as you can see, but you're going to want to maybe use voiceover more as your job keyword search here. But again, it's one of my favorite jobs. This is remote jobs in general, so it's one to check out. So ACX, this is one I've mentioned before on my website, and I put it near the top of my list. It's recommended by many narrators online, many of which do it full or part-time and use the site. You get to choose the books you want to audition for, and it's owned by Amazon. So of course, it's going to be a pretty reputable website. So for example, if you're an actor or producer, you can see that there's over 2,200 jobs available for auditions right now and over 900,000 people to choose from. And what you can do is if you were to sign up for the site, you can see that you can browse through jobs, but you're going to have to create a profile. So if you are a narrator, you'll see that the process will have to go along the lines like this. You'll create a profile. You'll then upload a sample so people can hear your voice, and then you'll get paid once the job completes. But you're going to choose the options as how you want to get paid. You can share royalties, per hour finished rate. There's both options. And then you can audition for the books here, followed by accepting the offers. You record within the time frame, and then once it's finished, you get paid, and that's the gist of it. So you do have to create a profile and then apply to these jobs, like how a lot of freelancer jobs work here. So if you want to look at what's available, I highly recommend you sign up as a narrator on this website, and you can see which jobs are available. As I said, there's over 2,200 jobs available right now, so there's a lot of jobs to apply to. And make sure your profile looks good, just like a job resume. That can increase your chances of potentially finding a job. Bunny Studio, just like ACX, requires that you create a profile so that potential clients can take a gander at what you have to offer, and also comes in handy when you apply to the jobs as well. If you're interested, you can see that there's a lot of information on here. They're trusted by 50,000 clients, many of you have heard of. And here you can go down to a frequently asked questions page. It's near the bottom, but what you'll find is there's an apply as a pro section as well as a help center. It's going to give you a lot more information than I can provide in this video, but what you're going to want to do is apply as a pro, and you're going to apply now. And when you do so, you can see there's no subscription fees. You work with clients around the world to get paid for every audition. They get to handle most of the work, so they're going to provide you with the jobs here. And if you're a professional, you can see that if we scroll down and getting started in the general here, how do I accept a project? It's probably the most common question that you have. You'll receive project invitations, and you can hit the accept project button if it's still assignable. And then once you do so, you have 30 seconds to review the details, and then you confirm it. You can get start working on it. So a lot of times you're going to have to wait for that invite. And it's similar to ACX, more so where you have to create a profile, so people have to find you and they want to use you as a person. So as long as they like your resume and your voice, they're going to send you invites. Anyways, go to that help center and you can see there's a variety of questions. It would take me forever to go through all of them, but it is a legitimate company that pays pretty decent. They work throughout the United States as well as the world. So if you speak more than just English, there's a lot of bilingual opportunities here as well. Okay, so Voices.com, this works just like ACX. You're going to have to create a profile, then you're going to apply to the jobs. I'll show you really quick here if you want to find work. They do have memberships if you do want to sign up. They have a $0 one, as you can see right here. But they're kind of going to lure you to that $500 one, but you compare the memberships here. You can create a profile at the free. That's fine. You just won't get higher search rankings or become eligible, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff you won't get. But anyways, you could still look. So if we went to the projects tab, for example, you can see all the projects that are available right now. So if you just wanted voiceover or whatnot, it's over 1,700 projects here. And you could see that you could scroll through, and if any of them are interested, you can click on it and get more information about the project at hand. Plus, if you want to find talent, that's how the people will find you. You can put your rates as well as a voice, see what you sound like, and once you get good, you'll have reviews as well. So this one, again, you can create a free profile. You're limited, but it is another option to consider. Whatever your reasoning may be, if you think you have the voice to narrate audiobooks, you may be surprised at a little training can do. There's a lot of options out there. Even if you don't feel you have a lot of experience, you can at least create a profile, put your voiceover out there, and build some ratings to see what can come in. You're not going to make hundreds of dollars, but you can make $100 to $300 per job. So check out those resources. I'll put the links in the description. As always, everything I mentioned is 100% honest. And the $Lush link as well, I put in the description. We'll have more options as well. So that's going to do it for now. As always, go to lushdollar.com. I have hundreds of ways to make money and save money, to be smart with your money. Let's create the channel to educate you. Create the YouTube channel as well to educate you. Teach you honest ways to make money and just be smart with your money in general. Like, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.